Hey there, everybody. Welcome to English 202. I'm your professor this fall term. My name is Joe Betts. You can feel free to call me Joe. You can feel free to call me Mr. Betts. You can call me Professor Betts. You can call me whatever you'd like that I would be able to recognize. Um, yeah, this is a short welcome video just to welcome you to the course and to the term. I want to give you a real brief overview about what it is we're going to do in English 202 this over the next 8 weeks, and give you some just early general advice about how the course will go and how you can be successful. So. First, the course is an introduction to creative writing. So it means that we're going to look at and investigate several different genres of creative writing. We're going to look at poetry. We're going to look at fiction. We're going to look at nonfiction. So to begin that distinction between fiction and nonfiction, fiction, you think fake, right? We're making up stories in our brain. Things aren't don't have to hold to the truth or our ideas of the truth. And we have nonfiction, which is focused on not being fake. It's focused on trying to tell the truth as best we can and as best we are able. So, for me, this class is, I think, really, really great for those who are interested in this craft of creative writing, whatever genre you might prefer. Um, Typically, what I find is students lean toward one or two genres and they kind of feel a little iffy about the third. So that's okay if you feel that way. Don't feel like that means that this class isn't for you or something like that. It just means that you're going to get exposed to a genre that maybe you're not too familiar with or you maybe don't like as much, but you'll learn a little bit about it. You'll practice around with it a little bit, and you'll still get to choose in our course what you want to focus on a little bit more. So the class is built around us completing exercises from our textbook, learning about creative writing terms, thinking about what does an image mean, what is, consonants, things like that. And then trying to apply some of those terms in a fun way through creative writing exercises that we build and then present and work to revise and work to make stronger based on what we receive back from our peers. So we'll be reading other work, professional work, published work. We'll be reading, newly work that you've generated, that your classmates have generated. And then all the while, I'll be there kind of looking at what you're doing and letting you know, hey, yes, you're meeting the expectations of this assignment, or no, you're not. You need to keep pushing forward. You need to, try to do X, Y, and Z. So that's going to be my role. It's going to be to let you know, yes, all of the learning that we're doing that's built up within the module. You're good to go and you're applying it well, or no, you're not. So that is my role in the course, and it's also to be here for you when you have questions, whenever you're unsure about what to do, or you're just, feeling a little iffy about a particular assignment language, the instructions there. Because we are an asynchronous online class. That means that all of the work we do is at a distance, and at different times. So if my goal is to try to build the pages and the assignment instructions as clearly as I can, but that's not always going to work for you. You're going to have questions. So you just email me those questions and I'll be there to help you. And we'll work things out. So, how can you be successful in the course? The number one way you can be successful is to try to develop a schedule for yourself over these next 8 weeks where you can devote over the course of 7 days at least 6 hours of time for our course. You might be thinking, whoa, 6 hours, that seems like a lot. Well, that's exactly how much time that you would spend in class with me if we were having a face-to-face course. The benefit of an online class is that you get to figure out where those 6 hours fit into your life throughout the week. And there will be some weeks where you will be able to read our textbook, move through the exercises, reach out to me, get confirmation, all in less than 6 hours. And then there will be other weeks where maybe it takes more, right? Similarly to a face-to-face course where you would be sitting in class for 6 hours, but then you would have, homework, things to do outside of class that would take another hour, two, three, or more hours to complete. So I think that's the number one thing to be successful. If you set aside, find the time, like, hey, I know I can spend an hour on Tuesday and I know I can spend 3 hours on Thursday, then you're going to be able to do well in this course because you're going to be able to move through and learn the things and hit all the check boxes that you need to check. So I don't want to have this introductory video go on for too long, so I'll kind of wrap it up here. But moving forward, what you can expect from me will be weekly module overviews. I'll send an announcement, usually a video announcement, where I'll walk through what we're doing on that particular week. We have 8 modules. We move through one module. We start on Monday, and everything finishes up by the following Monday. Sometimes we have assignments due in the middle of the week, etc. But each module overview, I'll talk about that. We'll go through it. So going back to that 6 hour piece, I would definitely make sure that you're able to find some window of time earlier in the week, that Monday through Wednesday range. Find some time in there, an hour, two, three, that you can dedicate to our class to get familiar and move forward for the times when we have those mid-module due dates, so you don't miss out on those. But that's what I will do every week. And then you'll be submitting assignments, and I'll work to grade those assignments and or comment on them within a week. So that way, you know, yes, I was successful, or no, I wasn't successful, and I need to go back and adjust things. This class will be built on you doing the work. It won't be built necessarily on you pleasing me or meeting some subjective expectation that I might have about what I think a short fiction story should look like or what I think a poem should actually look like. It's going to be built on your labor. And so in the syllabus, there will be some discussion about how the grading works in this class and how you're going to be successful in it, how you're going to earn that A, how you're going to earn that B, how you're going to earn that C. And there's also going to be notes about what happens, what's going to pull away from your grade if you don't do the work of the course, and how that's going to push you down to that D or F range. So we'll talk more about that as we look at Module 1 and the overview I'll send you on Monday. I'll typically send the overviews on Mondays. Sometimes it'll happen on Tuesday mornings for the Mondays where I can't get to it, but typically it'll be on Monday. Monday afternoon usually is whenever I'll post them, and just prep you for the week. And especially for Module 1 is what I'll do or as early as I can, so that way we can talk through some of the uniqueness of the course, especially for a creative writing class. It needs to be a little unique, in my opinion, to work well. So that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out, watching this welcome video. Email me with any early questions. You'll find my email address within the syllabus. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you, and I'm looking forward to getting to watch you grow through your labor over the course of this term. Thanks, everybody.